6:22, and we are on your side today. Did you know that actually your finances are a really important part of your dating life? It sounds really weird, but we're going to talk about it right now. Paul Durso is here from Durso Capital Management. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So there are really dating sites out there now that have a focus on finances?
Absolutely. There's many sites out there that have a focus on finances, absolutely.
Why is that so important for couples, for new couples especially?
Well, if you look at the industry, credit stores particularly, I mean, landlords using to vet renters, insurance companies using them to set auto rates, and now dating sites are using them to match mates. Whether we like it or not, our credit score is becoming more and more popular.
Yeah, and those might not be conversations we would have until a little bit later into the relationship, but now these sites, especially when you're talking about dating sites that are looking at your credit score, that's getting that out of the way right away.
Absolutely. I'm very passionate about marriage particularly, and one of the leading causes of conflict is money. And we went ahead and created a financial compatibility test. We put it on our website, dursocapital.com, because we believe the earlier you can start talking about money, the less conflict you could potentially have later on.
Okay, so you have some tips for everybody at home, sort of these financial compatibility conversations, and you say the first one is debt.
Yes, absolutely. You gotta have that conversation about debt. If you're a younger couple, you might have student loans. If you're a more mature couple, you might have some medical bills that you need to talk about. Financial secrets can devastate relationships, so you have to talk about them.
Another tricky one is spending habits, because one may be a saver and one may be a spender, and that can cause lots of friction.
Absolutely. And if you take my relationship with my wife particularly, we rotate those roles based on the time of year and the seasons. And what we've done is we've come together, we've set certain limits that we try not to spend over unless we talk to one each other. It helps us avoid a lot of conflict, so I definitely recommend that.
Building a budget, really important?
Absolutely. Everybody needs a budget. What you need to do is it helps you holds you accountable to your spending. Statistics state that nearly 60% of women and almost 40% of men have lied to a spouse at some point in their marriage. And I tell you what, financial secrets can devastate relationships, so come clean, be honest.
Yeah, and that's part of financial responsibility as well.
Absolutely. There's a lot of financial choice we have in relationships and marriage particularly, whether it be, paying bills, balancing your checkbook, looking at investment statements. I highly recommend to divide and conquer. You divide the responsibilities, every now and then come together, look at them, stay on the same page. It helps avoid conflict.
And you got to be on the same page with your investing as well.
Absolutely. Here I notice this a lot with my own clients, where you have one individual who is very conservative, one individual is very aggressive. What do they say? Opposites attract, right? So what happens here is you need to have a great conversation, because your investing future is about the two of you, so talk about it again. It'll help avoid conflicts.
And then boosting your credit score. We have about 45 seconds left, and I want to get through your key points here. You say we got to know our scores, and if we see anything wrong on there, we've got to dispute the errors.
Absolutely. Get a free credit report. I have a link on my website, dursocapital.com, to not only get a free credit report, but actually give you your score, because you have to look at your report first, in addition to knowing your score, in order to help raise your credit score.
What's your ratio? Yeah,
there's two ratios, really quick. First one is, if you can't pay off your credit cards each month, make sure you keep at least only 10% of your available credit on your credit card at the end of the month. And if you're fortunate to be able to pay off your credit cards, don't spend more than 30%. It actually can hurt your credit score even if you pay it off. And
really quickly, you say keep cards active. I just got a letter in the mail the other day that said, you have this card, we're going to close it because it hasn't been active unless you spend $2 on it or whatever to keep it active. Should I keep it active?
Yes.
Okay.
The credit bureaus love long-standing credit. So if you have to go spend $2, $10 every 6 months, do it, because it'll actually increase your credit score.
Always good advice. Paul, thanks for coming in. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dating sites that look at your credit scores. Oh, my goodness.